Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you want to see the transformation video, keep on watching. I've got Benefit Brow shade number 4 and I'm just doing her brows. Her brows are pretty full and fluffy naturally, so we are just kind of defining and just making it look more precise. So just a little bit of filling, but I'm just keeping it natural the way how it is because she likes her brows like that. I'm just using concealer from Sephora. It's a high coverage concealer, so I'm using as an eye primer. Now I'm taking an angled brush and just cleaning out the brows so it looks more defined and more precise. And I'm just using a clear brow gel from Anastasia. Now I just took a Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette and used the super light color and started to define the crease. So I'm just using the shade all over and blending it very smoothly. It's more like a transition shade here. I'm just doing the same with the other eye as well. Just building the shade deeper and deeper, more towards the outer V, just to kind of deepen the socket of the eye. Started with like super light color and then went with a deeper one. Now I'm taking the deepest brown, which is like cocoa or something. So I'm just taking that color and just deepening the outer V. I'm just working more towards the outer eye, and I'm just fading it out to the inner corner of the eye. This is a black smoky, so now I'm taking a black shade. You can actually use an eyeliner, a pot gel liner on the base just to kind of create more intense look, but here I'm doing a glittery matte, the smoky eye look, so I'm just doing the eyeshadow instead of doing the gel liner. So I'm just packing the black color all over the lid area and just kind of working out to blend it softly so it doesn't look too harsh. This you can actually keep packing and really create a black smoky matte look. If you guys are not using glitter, you can just use the same technique and keep packing up the black color. Now I'm using Natasha Denona black matte eyeshadow. I love this eyeshadow because you can build black so good and it doesn't have fallout as well. But I always love to do the eye first. That's the main reason I always start with eyes, especially if you're doing a heavy look like this. You really want to make sure that your base is very nice and clean. So I'm just taking a fluffy brush, which is a blending brush, and blending out the edges of that black smoky so it's blended with the crease color. You can also take like a lighter shade transition color again in your brush to kind of soften it. I'm just using a kohl eyeliner in the inner waterline just to kind of intensify the eye look. I'm just going for more like really dark eye look. Now I'm just using a brush to kind of fade that black line under the lower lash line. I'm taking that light transition color in my blending brush and just smoking that lower lash line as well because I really like it nice and smoky. Don't worry about the eye at the moment because we are going to clean it up. At this point it could look really crazy and really like scary, but that's how it looks, but later on everything will kind of make sense. I'm just using mascara and teasing the lashes because we are going to do falsies, so it's really important that we are lifting the lashes. This is a Stila Stila eyeshadow, so I'm just using that eyeshadow on the top, so just to give that glittery kind of look that we were planning to do. But if you guys want to leave it matte, you can skip this step and just keep doing the matte look and just kind of build the color. So here I'm just packing a little bit of the color and blended it out. Huda lashes in Noel, it's one of my favorite lashes. This lashes really gives that fuller volume look, but it's not like too scary, or it suits a lot of people's eyes. So I like to use tweezers while doing lashes, so I have that perfect application, but I can always do a lash tutorial for you guys if you really want to learn in depth. So this is a black liner. I'm just going and using on top of that lashes so it looks really blended. Also this is her old lashes, so it does have fallouts of eyeshadow, so you just want to clean it up, so using a black liner on top is the best. This is the primer from Laura Mercier. It's Radiance Primer, so really good for the glowy skin. Then using the Huda Beauty foundation, the shade I'm using on her is 350G. So we're just kind of packing the shade. We're going for a full coverage look. Her foundation is full coverage. I'm just working with the buffing brush and blending into her skin. I'm just gonna highlight her face. I'm using the same concealer that we used before to pack her eyes. So just working around the areas to highlight her face. Everyone's different, so the way how you highlight would definitely be different. This is the Makeup Forever foundation stick, but I really love to use it as a contour stick. So we're just contouring her face. Again, contouring face could be different for every different person depending upon your face shape and what would you like to achieve. So it will be very different on different person. So what would you like to highlight, what would you like to minus? It really needs to be customized according to your clients. So here we are just trying to give a little bit of a slimmer effect to the face, and we want to enhance her face shape. Just need to blend it so that it doesn't give that any harsh lines. And yeah, we're just blending it. Now I'm blending the highlighted area after I blended the contour. So I'm just blending. You can use beauty blender because a lot of people would like to use like beauty blender, and that would be really perfect if you like to use beauty blender as well. Okay, so this is the Huda Beauty baking powder. The shade is Pound Cake. I'm just packing a lot of powder at the moment just because it's for her birthday night and we want it to be long wearing and quite matte. So I'm just packing around the areas that we highlighted before. So the process is called baking. What it does is the heat of your skin will absorb the powder and create that matte effect, but the color will also be highlighted because we are using a lighter color, so the lighter parts will appear more lighter and it gives more sculpted look. So it just gives you more defined contouring and highlighting, I would say. So we're just highlighting her face. I wouldn't like to keep it for longer because it will give a very dry effect. As soon as I finish baking, I literally dust the powder out using a brush and blend it over the skin. You can always leave it longer if you need to, but I just like to leave it short as I can. This is a Fenty bronzer, so I'm just going on top of the areas where I had done a cream contouring before. So as you guys can see, it's adding color, it's adding depth, so it just gives that really beautiful finished look, because foundation by itself always looks incomplete and paler, and this just adds color and also helps to add our contour. This is a blush from Tarte. It's a 12-hour blush. I really love this blush. So we're just giving a softer blush effect. And that's the loose highlighter from Anastasia in shade Sunset Aurora. You can see it's really intense. You just need a tiny bit. So we're just highlighting some high points of her face, so when the light hits, it reflects back. And we're also highlighting her brow bone and inner corner of her eyes as well. I will be using mascara on her lower lashes just to kind of define it more to match up with her falsies. I'm using the liquid lipstick from Huda called Sugar Girl, and we're using the Huda Beauty waterproof setting spray. So this is the finished look. She's so pretty, and look at her hair, so beautiful. Thank you so much guys for watching, and please subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up to this video, and keep watching. See you guys soon. Bye.